It's another one. I need a fucking drink after all that. Cheers, bitch. It's the adjustment for me.
Yeah, I just had to get myself.
What is it in that other cup next to you?
That's water. I needed some water. I have a headache. The end of the period headache. I need some water.
I don't think the weird one.
I don't give a damn. I'm a woman. I'm in the straight, goddammit. Cheers.
So you be one of the mothers that would be fucking breastfeeding in public. I don't like that shit either.
I don't give a fuck what nobody like. And that's okay.
Yeah,
you don't have to cover your head when you eat, but okay. Because you don't necessarily even have to see their areola when it happens. But 9 times out of 10, you don't if you minding your fucking business. You don't even see that.
Yeah, I do be minding my fucking business, and just when it happened to come across, it just be like, damn, we sitting at the dinner table.
You want to screaming baby?
It's a lactation room for that.
You want to scream? You want to screaming baby?
But restaurants got lactation rooms for that.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and not a lot of places are accommodating for that. But you wouldn't know that though. But I'm just trying to educate you in this moment. In all seriousness, not every space, although they're supposed to have to, and we are supposed to be being more progressive and more moving towards that. It's, however, there's still not spaces where, and then if there are, if it ain't clean, you wouldn't be bothered with it because you're not going to pee in a dirty bathroom, so you're not going to feed your child in a space that's not clean.
I'm damn sure not, and that's why I ain't dealing with
exactly.
Shit. I mean, I never liked it, I never did. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
like
of course.
Stick by wanting it, I'm going to stick
by it.
People
going to stick by it. But I'd rather do that than my notion is I'd rather them do that than a crying baby. We've all seen titties before.
That's true. I just think
people walking around with their ass cheeks hanging out, all types of other shit.
And I say stuff like that is inappropriate too for certain settings. I definitely say it. So I'm like,
but I mean, at the end of the day,
honor my own opinion.
It's a natural process. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Amen, man. Amen.
I guess.
Feed the babies.
I guess they gotta eat.
Yeah,
everybody,
the breastfeeding baby cry while the bottle fed baby.
I'm about to say I wasn't breastfed, so.
I mean, I wasn't either because everybody can't do it. Everybody don't have that ability either.
Some people don't like it. My mom ain't like that shit. Mm-hmm. You know, as y'all can see.
Some people can't take the pain either.
I come from a small, breasted mother, so she ain't like that shit.
Oh, I don't know where I got my boobs from. To be honest.
Okay.
I don't. You said you came from a small breasted mother. I don't know where I got my boobs from.
I did. Well, that's what
thank you.
What happened?
Somebody left us something, so we're going to check it out after we're done recording.
Left us something?
Yeah, probably what's it called, a card for their business.
The door or something?
Yeah, networking. That was a little networking.
I didn't know what the fuck. All I heard was, okay, thank you. My bitch is being put out or something.
No, he said, I'm just going to leave this here.
No, I didn't see. I saw somebody walk past and then I looked into my phone as I was looking at my phone. I heard you talking. Okay, I think my bitch is being put out. Like,
yeah, because he didn't want to, I guess he was trying to do it like discreetly and he just didn't want to, he
wasn't discreet at all.
Yeah. I mean, probably because I turned around.
See, I always be catching shit like that, yo, and it always be my ignorance.
But I probably threw him off because I saw him my peripheral. I probably was just supposed to keep looking ahead. Neither one of us probably would have really noticed it or whatever like that.
Right, and then probably because like making eye contact with you, I look over to the left.
Get out of my face. She gets on my nerves.
Oh Lord.
Girl.
Oh shit. Well, if y'all made it this far, I'm sorry. Welcome back for another week. We started on talking about lactation, titties latching on and
yes, listen.
It's all right. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to another episode.
We be everywhere.
We do be everywhere. Listen, I'm Chrissy, bitch. What's up?
And it is I, Sunkissed Shot.
And together we are
to each his own.
What's going on, y'all? What's popping? What's cracking for shizzle by shizzle?
Okay? What it is, ho?
Oh, what's up? What's up? Okay? So, although we're about halfway through October, I think the few episodes that we had thus far this month, it's been rocking. It's been rocking. Last week episode was... What you drinking in there?
Girl, you know now. This sounds real good. You know now.
Is that's the dark sangria?
Yes.
Does sangria only come in red? You know I'm ignorant to wine.
No, it actually comes in a white.
That's what I thought. That's why I asked. What is it?
Yep, it's the red one though, because I tend to like those better sometimes. Yeah, I've been to a few places that have a really good clear one. White one. I keep saying clear one. But I prefer, if I'm gonna buy a bottle of it, the red one.
Yeah, I'm a dark I drink dark liquor. I like red wine.
You know, we one and the same.
I think I'm a bit dark and mischievous.
Dark. Cruella.
Spirits. Okay. Well, when it's Halloween and we just picked our costumes, bitch, I am so excited. Bitch, I am too excited. Bitch, I can't wait to throw in this wig.
Ooh, come on.
Yes. And not this one, I'm gonna change it out, bitch.
Yeah, come on. Switch.
Bitch, I'm busting out the moves.
Okay.
I'm busting out the sound.
Yes.
Because that shit gonna be like groove me, and I ain't talking about God, bitch.
Let me just say this. It's been a long, listen, we've had, like, fall has really just turned up on our asses.
Yes,
I think that's gonna be a moment
for
us to really let our hair down and get into character and scene and, you know, step the fuck out.
And one of our good girlfriends just hit me up last night. Said, well, actually, it was real early this morning. She's like, bitch, I ain't seen you in like a month. Like, what's up? It's time for a party. I said, did you miss me?
Oh my goodness, not a party. Yes, come on, don't drive me with a good time.
Yeah, so I said, what's up? So we stepping outside. So, you know, like I said, it's Halloween season.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So I want to know, I mean, I'm definitely interested. We talked about this before and seeing all of the different Halloween costumes and the creativity that people have to put on a different, like you said, you like the families and how the families really put together. So I'm here for it. Like I said, you know, I'm not really good at the DIY creativity costumes.
Good night.
I'm a bitch. I need to go purchase it on the shelf, and the whole pieces need to be able to be for sale. Okay, because I don't know how to do it yourself and be creative and really make it look decent.
Yes,
I really admire the people who are able to do that.
Well, those people shall be us this year.
Like, I feel like young BBQ, she probably be lit all this shit. Like, she be recreating
all
kinds of
yes. She gets into
she
the character. She could.
Did you see the recent one where she fucking did Drake old video? They said she looked like what you call them from fucking Proud Family.
Yes, she did. But you want to know what would be dope, though? Low key, if somebody was her for Halloween, I think that would be dope.
Oh,
I think if somebody was
like, how would you dress though? Like, cause she's
gotta
so
use
different forms.
The strategy with that is you have to use one of her most iconic and viral moments.
Give them the strategy. See, you good on this.
You gotta use the most iconic or viral moment. Like, you have to.
But I feel like a lot of her iconic moments, she was recreating being someone else,
and that's what makes it dope and so creative. Because then you even get to put your own spin on top of all that creativity.
See, that's why you gave me my costume.
During my warm-up for my workout, I said, you know what? My brain was flowing.
And it's actually a recreation because it's a character that I played, that I was before for Halloween. But it's coming in a different form. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited. Come on,
I got all my pieces put together.
Come on, piece. Hit the piece.
It's the piece. It's the bees.
Stop the violence. Increase the piece.
Come on. I'm ready.
Get your bop on.
I am ready, so I'm really excited for this Halloween to be with my friends, to dress up, to
and cut her up, and relax, and you know, just have fun.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
And
so send us your costumes, your photos.
Don't send us no candy corn,
please. Don't. You want to do? We should do a costume contest.
What?
We should do a contest. We should tell people to submit their costumes or whoever we will put. Oh, send them like a T-shirt or something.
My goodness. Well, I okay. I like the sound of that. I can get down with that. Get back. You know,
Halloween costume.
Give a little. You know, I listen to each of those. Give a little reciprocity. Yes. I like that. I actually am for it. I'm here for it. Come on, let's do it, friend. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
I'm too hype, y'all. I'm too hype. Hey.
To let forever. You ain't gonna get me started up again, Dick.
I'm sorry. That's my jam.
I'm ready like 7. I'm ready, okay?
Ready like 7 too.
Get down.
Ready like
hit the knees.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We've been playing long enough, so listen.
They here for it.
They is really here for it. They really do. But just to get on a little on track, so we just gonna go through a list of things that we kind of like underlined for recognizable things for October. I said recognizable. Yes. What's the word that I'm looking for? Recognizable was not it.
I mean, I guess highlights and events for October.
There we go. Highlights and stuff.
That's a good way to say it.
So, did you guys know that October was actually recognized as Black History Month in the United Kingdom, Ireland, and the Netherlands?
Oh,
So
No.
so they
I didn't know
recognize
that.
October as Black History Month in the UK, Ireland, and the Netherlands. So we got 2 months actually.
Oh, come
We
on
have-
with it.
February and October. So now that I've learned that, and I'm just finding this out myself too when I was doing some research, I'm gonna start cutting up in October.
I guess I'm gonna cut up too.
And to be honest,
I'm like, hold up, I'm right there with you, these.
October is like one of my favorite months because it's like fall changes and all of that. I love the weather in October.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm really here for. We get a full 31 days.
We get 31 days. Both my baby sisters' birthdays is in October. Shout
so
out to
I
all
feel
them.
like October is a good
Alyssa.
month.
I'm
to
hyped.
celebrate. Yeah, shout out to y'all. All them fall.
Hello. Yes, look to my list. You see it. Lay it down. Come on, lay it down.
Listen, I need a little quick break. I gotta call you.
And these her bundles too. It's the same vendor. Yeah, I got
I know that swang.
Yeah, come on.
I like the little swag. I love that swang.
And it's only 20 and 20
That swang for me. It was giving JT. Stop.
You see? I'm cracking up. Don't crack my back.
Can you stop? Girl.
I play too much.
It's October. You can cut it up. It's Black History Month.
Period. Yes. It's Black History Month somewhere. And it's happy hour somewhere.
I know that's right. Tears. Oh, we was talking about titties a little bit earlier.
Mhm.
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well.
Yes.
Shout out to my Filipinos. It's Filipino American History Month.
Let's
too.
go.
Also,
Shout out my nation,
period.
Nucation.
I know that's right. It's also, what else do we care about on here? It's also National Disability Employment Awareness Month.
Okay.
So shout out to the disabled. Shout out to you. Also National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Shout out to the spies of the black market.
Yes. Because all of those aforementioned people are working just as hard as you are. Let's get it.
Yep. And we do know that National Hispanic Heritage Month actually carries over. So it starts in the middle of September and it ends in the middle of October. So it actually ranges from September 15th to October 15th.
Oh, okay. So it's an overlap.
Yeah, it's an overlap.
I like the
between
fact that it's
September
in
and
the fall. It's
October.
not like super bitter cold outside in February.
Yeah. And there's a few other things, but I really don't think that we really care to mention, like National Pizza Month. Like, I like pizza, but it's like not really a thing.
Not for
It says National Work and Family Month. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Like, work and take care of your family. I work and take care of my damn self, so I guess I can.
I mean, if you were to have a
like
family business or something like that, I guess that would be, monumental. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, shout out to the family businesses too.
Right. Oh yeah, shout out to family. Cheers to family business.
Come on. There you go. Of all colors.
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt
Hmm?
What else, niece?
That was it.
That was it?
The
The honorees and the nationese?
Mm-hmm.
And the Benjanese?
Uh-huh.
All right.
So do we want to slide?
Electric slide?
Yep.
Yeah, we
slide.
If you want to, we
And do a
can.
little quick 8 count over to the first topic.
Yes, we can. Come
All
on.
right.
And 1 and 2 and boom back.
And Boo Bat and Boo Cat. Shout out to Lorianne Gibson.
Yeah, okay.
Miss Boo Cat herself. Okay.
Herself.
All right. So we're going to get into just one of the memes that we came across for the first topic, and just kind of dissect it. Y'all know we like to pick things apart around these parts.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl, why would my fucking screen just flip like that? Anyway, so quote: "The poor black kid in you wants to buy your mama a house and get her out the hood. But she's supposed to get you out the hood and give you an inheritance so you can buy a house." Unquote. I hear this conversation come up.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this conversation come up quite a bit over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 siblings underneath me. I talked about it before, and my youngest sibling is 18.
Okay.
And I hear him talk a lot about, and I've done it, and I still do to this day, talk a lot about, Mom, when I make it, I'm going to get you a house. And my mom is often quick to say, like, son, you don't, like, thank you if you want to, but you don't have to get me, like, I've done my job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever success that, you had as a professional, as an adult, that success is for you. Like, yes, thank you and appreciate you for anything that you're willing to do for me, but that is not a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've done my job. I raised you as the man that I see fit, and you're, fly off, little butterfly, little chickadee. You know what I mean?
Right. Go ahead, butterfly.
Fly off from the nest. Yeah. So I appreciate my mom for that. My mom does not put a requirement on her kids just because they've gotten you know, or if they get to a certain level of success.
Mm-hmm.
Like recently we had a family conversation, and I won't delve deep into the details, but my brother mentioned, like, you know, Mom, I was supposed to get a house for you.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom said, no, you wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that's not your job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, actually, and she actually said exactly what this means. She said, technically, I should have made it so as you would be able to do it well on your own.
Absolutely.
By the time you were this age now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got things put in place where you're able to do so, and you can go ahead and get it now. But technically, by this time, you should have already had your own. Like, I should have did a little bit more, a little bit earlier. But, you know, we learned things a little bit late in life. So there's no book on parenting. We kind of had that conversation. Now, there's no book on parenting things. And just the steps that she took to make sure that she was successful or try to ensure that we were as well. And learn from her mistakes and all of those things above. So, but I have seen, like, we hear a lot of times with celebrities, whether they're in sports, the music industry or whatever, you see a lot of people, and we talked about this recently, just pulling they're responsible for so many people around them once they hit a certain level of success or a certain social economic status. And it's just like, why is that? So I definitely, you know, I've seen it both ways, you know. You know, my mom, I feel like, had the best response, but I've seen, you know, other people taken advantage of, and different family members and especially parents feel like they have the right to, you know, their children's, you know, fortunes when they become successful. I feel like one of the biggest, and I'm going to say it, I feel like one of the biggest examples that I seen of that was Whitney Houston.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I can put it on tape. I don't really care for her mother.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the way she treated her. I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like that?
Mm-mm.
Sincerely signed, Whitney's nieces. There's two things. Okay, so I was just recently having a conversation about that, you know, with my mother, you know, and just, you know, talking about, like, you know, what she instilled in us and things like that. And she was just saying, you know, telling me her plans and what she wants to do and what she wants us to do as a family business-wise, and talking about what, you know, how she wants her retirement to go. And she was like, I just want to be able to, I don't want y'all to have to worry about me. I want to be able to take care of myself. I want to get some things in motion so that way that can take care of me. Y'all can just like pretty much just, you know,
just live
your life. Come make sure, you know, check on me and stuff like that. I'm like, always and forever, but I would have it no other way. But on top of that, you know, I feel like, even relate to that on another level, Courtney Adeleye, who was one of my favorite ever womanpreneurs.
Shout out to the main choice.
Okay, she made a post recently, and she talked about how her mother apologized to her. And in a sense, my mother did the same as well. My mother did to me too. And it was very deep, and it hit home for me because it was just like, you know, my mom sacrificed so much for me. You know, both my parents did. But, you know, there's certain things where you just feel like, wow, honestly, I don't know if I would have been able to do these things. And it's just like, that alone really makes you take into perspective, you know, what parents have to do and what, you know, what their love means, you know, on an even grander scale, you know, when it comes to their children.
And I think I cut you off real quick. That's one of the biggest reasons why I say I can't be a parent. I am self-aware enough to know that I'm too selfish to be a parent, and that's not the kind of love I want to exhibit.
Understandable. And, you know, honestly, I
wouldn't be willing to do that.
I feel what you're saying. And honestly, a lot of people, and it's funny because I had a conversation with some people who feel the same exact way we do until the time came where they actually became a parent. They decided to go forth with being a parent, and everything just totally did a 180. And they speak from a place of just instinct, and because they know that is their offspring, and it makes sense to me. It's logical, you know, logically speaking. But I know exactly.
The fucking biggest joke if that happened, yo. I would, if I got pregnant and like went forward, I would be the fucking biggest joke known to man.
I don't think you would be the biggest joke.
Yo, y'all would laugh and point at me like so fucking hard. I think your
parenting would be unorthodox. And I think
just the fact that I would be a parent or keep that shit, y'all would be like, yo, bitch, that's what the fuck you get. Like, that would be the biggest joke of all.
I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that.
I would do it to my damn self.
Oh yeah, of course
I
you
know
would.
y'all would do it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Because she's my sensitive friend.
It's because people change their mind. People change their minds. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be supportive. I can't be mad at you because all of a sudden one day you wake up. You know what? This is what I want to do. Yeah, no, not mad, but just be like, oh, well, bitch, what the fuck, like you said, making a joke out of it. But what the fuck is funny, bitch? My fucking bitches are mine.
Like, bitch, you better fucking babysit that.
Oh no,
no, not you. Also to the ground.
Not them hellions. I'm playing. We don't even know. I wouldn't speak that to this child.
I really think if I had a child, it would be the complete opposite.
Probably. Really.
I think it would be more like my brother.
Calm. Yep. Yeah. Like an introvert.
My brother now.
Yeah. But, and so back to what I was saying about Courtney Adeleye, she was simply saying, like, you know, she had a conversation with her mother, and it was kind of sort of a situation very similar to a conversation that me and my mom had, where her mom was apologizing to her for certain situations that she was put in when she was coming up. You know, she talked about how she had to, you know, go to McDonald's to get dressed for school and do her hair at the gas station before school, you know, in the morning, and getting washed up and dressed in, you know, public places and stuff like that, being homeless. You know, and she talked about how she was like, you know what? I don't even know that I want you to apologize to me for that. She didn't even say it like that, but she just flat out said, like, don't do it, because those things made me who I am. Those things made me my drive harder. Those things made me be successful and, you know, have the will to do what I'm doing today. And I think that was very instrumental in my life. And
struggle builds character.
It does. And I can honestly say that the things that I've endured, you know, and my mother and even my father and our family on both sides, like, it all played a position into that. And I think that, you know, just knowing that my parents meant well and they always wanted the best for me, even though they weren't, even though they quote unquote didn't deliver on that a very exact thing, like, I left you this, and this, you know, because, you know, statistically speaking, we come from a history of people who don't really know much, you know, when it comes to that. Sometimes, at times, not saying everybody isn't educated, because that's not the fact. We definitely had business back in the day, Black Wall Street, all of that, yada, yada, yada. Some people know exactly where they come from. Some people have a very rich heritage, and others just don't know. And I fall in the group that just doesn't know, and just, you know, I'm here, and my parents gave me what they got. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, while I do think that statement is very true, and I think that should definitely be instrumental in anyone's mindset and, you know, how they feel they need to move when it comes to parenting and providing for their child, I think that, you know, knowing how when you become an adult and you look back on your childhood and you're facing certain things in life and you go through certain things, sometimes you really got to go back and let your parent know, like, no, nah, bruh. You really did a phenomenal job with me. Mm-hmm. I thank you. I now realize what you went through. I now realize that life is really...
Yeah. I've done that.
It can be a rough thing. It's really a roller coaster. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
so, you know, it really spoke that topic. That's why that topic really spoke volumes to me. And I'm glad that we, you know, approached it from this perspective, because we could have went and said so many other different things, but we're not parents in reality. So coming from a child's perspective, I think that just really puts it into another whole bubble over here. Like, wow, like, even a child looking back on their life and, you know, really having a parent who they felt like wholeheartedly put forth their best foot. Yeah. That's a good feeling.
Absolutely.
And I know that we can relate on that, you know.
I told my mom, bitch,
you was the best bitch in the world.
I wouldn't have been able to do what you did. Like, I really thank you. And I even took down to I'm like, I thank you for even the times you said no.
They don't judge us for you saying that, but I don't give a fuck you.
For me saying what?
Mom, bitch, but that's not. You didn't say that to her. Like, you know, everything.
Y'all know my favorite cuss word is bitch.
They know that, but you know, people take things so literal. But
right,
you know,
and I do. You know what? When I cuss, I would say that. Now that I'm saying that, so you know, I generally don't like to cuss. My mom was raising this thing like I don't even cuss, and she didn't cuss in front of her parents. Yeah, because it was a form of disrespect even as an adult. Yeah. So my mom like comes from that, and you know, my mom like real holy and shit, and she real like.
I know people our age who are like that.
Right, and then also you know my mom like real holy, you know, like, you know, high up in the church house or whatever. So because I cuss a lot naturally, I'm just like, Mom, I get that you high up in the church house and you real holy or whatever, but bitch, I cuss. And you know this about me. So like if I'm like real angry or like I'm like real excited, like she understands it. Like she don't be like, oh, don't forget, like, cause her favorite line is, oh, don't forget you're talking to your mother. And I be like,
I hate when my mom do that too. That be so corny.
And I be like, bitch, you know, then like she'll say something, then we'll have like a good girlfriend moment. So like my mom, she like to play. When I was growing up, it was so funny because my mom used to always say, I'm not one of your little friends. So I literally said to her the other day, right, I'm not one of your little friends. I literally said to her, like recently we was talking, I said, Mom, you do realize that you have friends that like we're the same age distance, opposite ways. I'm like, you realize you have friends that's like 8 to 10 years younger than you, and 8 to 10 years older than me. So they're not
or
old
even
enough to be
8
your
to
daughter,
10
but
years
they're not
older
old
than
enough
you.
to be my mom. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like they're the same distance, but opposite ways. They might be 8 to 10 years younger than me. I mean, older than me, but 8 to 10 years younger than you. I'm like, and they're your friends. So you have friends the same age, but you not one of my little friends. Like you don't got friends my age.
Right, and I'm round.
Yes, the fuck you do. Okay?
I feel like after 25, it's just like, I'm not even gonna say 20. Yeah, for women,
and she laughed at that. Like she was like, yeah, she's like, you right. She's like, I know I used to always say that, but I'm like, that's the reason why I felt like I'm so comfortable. And I'm like, Mom, you try to say that, but that's why like I'm your best friend for real. Like, yeah, you got good girlfriends, but like I know everything about you. I know everything that's going on. Like I'm for real your best friend. So
right.
We have good girlfriend moments. I be like, Mom, bitch. I'm like, oh girl, I forgot you was my mom for a second. So I do have moments like that.
The ghetto.
So I said that to say that, like, I do have moments where we have good girlfriend moments. I'm like, bitch, girl, I forgot you my mom one day. I'm so sorry. Mom, bitch. And that's where that came from. Mom, bitch.
You might have started something. I'm done.
What? Listen, and then the day my mom called me and told me that if I go to hell, it might be her fault.
I mean, that's accountability on another level right there.
My mom knows me.
I strive to be that accountable one day. I do. That's a level of accountability I don't think a lot of you Negroes have reached.
Come on, Negroes
and Negroes.
Black History Month.
Okay. Negroes and Negrettes.
You gotta say in a UK accent, Negro. Because it's Black History Month in UK. Negroes.
Negrettes.
Are you Negroes and Negrettes?
Cancel.
Cancel culture don't really exist though. Like you can't cancel me. I'm Chrissy, bitch. I'm not. Who's gonna cancel me? God not canceling me.
We 300. We fights in the shade.
Bitch, y'all know my nickname Leonidas. They used to call me Leonidas Low.
I'm gonna let that go.
Bitch, you started it.
Anyway, I can't with you. Where are we right now?
You didn't or you did.
Where are we?
You didn't or you did.
This is getting too good.
You didn't or you did though.
This is getting too good.
You didn't or you did. You want to go to the next topic?
Yeah.
Okay, your turn. Okay.
Family isn't what it used to be. There was a time when you could go to your grandma's house to eat.
I miss them days.
Hang out with the fam. Have a good time. Parlay. Now everybody chooses who they want to deal with.
Yep.
Aunts and uncles choose which kids to be proud of. Brothers and sisters treat friends more like family.
Wow.
Cousins talk about each other.
Huh.
Grandparents spend time with certain grandkids. And the only time you see everybody is at a funeral. Not even the wedding. So I think that's the truth. Honestly, because like
fuck the family.
I be noticing I notice even
fuck the family.
I know
fuck my husband. I've been thinking about that movie all fucking week, and I really want to watch it.
I noticed that, like, you know, even I've realized that even people who have, like, with their own families, they say that, oh, you know, this side don't deal with this side. Like, even, like, black people, you know, I'm not speaking for all black people. I'm just saying in general. You know how sometimes it'll be like, oh, yeah, my mom's side of the family don't do that, but my dad's side do. Like, even that kind of stuff. Like, you get that from your dad's side, or you get that from your mom's side. Like, stuff like that.
My mom would say I got certain things from my dad, but not my dad's side. I can honestly say I can attest to I never grew up with that perspective.
Right.
Like, mom's side, dad's side type of things. Because unfortunately, I never knew majority of my father's side because of the way my dad moved. Like he always was traveling, moving around a lot. So he didn't develop very close-knit relationships to the majority of his family. Any deep roots. Right. So outside of his parents and his siblings, then I didn't develop much either. outside of the immediate family on my father's side.
Yeah.
And he always says to this day, like, that's my fault. We gotta get better at it.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, it's the same for me with my mom's side. Like, same situation. My dad has a really, really big side, like, really big family. So, but with my mom's side, yeah. Sometimes.
I wish I had a big family, like a big immediate family.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's always close.
No, I do too. I do
a big close family
that.
is what you mean.
But
you gotta
be specific. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Not
I always wish. I'm right, not the ocean. Okay. I always wish that I had a large and close knit family. Like the positive version of soul food, like going to Big Mama's house every Sunday, having multiple aunts, being like super close with all my first cousins, second cousins. Like I always wished to have that, and I just didn't. I was just like, and you would think I would be one to want to have a large family with them. But it's always nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I admire stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking like more along the lines of like a black version of like, I don't even know. What would be the would it be the Huxtables? Would it be like the black version?
Yeah, because they had a large immediate family.
They did.
There was 5 of them?
Yeah.
As children?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a version of it too. Although my mom, 3 is a lot, so 5 is even more of a lot. Although not necessarily in my household, maybe it would have been okay, but I don't know how I would have felt growing up with all them kids in my house. And I probably only think about that like that now because of the way that I grew up. But while you're in it, you probably wouldn't even think about it like that because you're in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I can say like I don't know how it would have been if like necessarily if my dad would settled down with one of
Imagine
his
if you and all your siblings
moms
live in the same house.
That's what I was thinking. Like if my dad would have settled down with one of our moms, like how would have been? It would have been chaotic. Because even on a weekend, like we're just like, oh my God, like 5 personalities. Like we all are like, we have similarities, but we're so like we're different people. Like, so it's just like, oh my God, like, I gotta deal with this, and I gotta deal with that, and I gotta deal with that.
That's why I always say, out of the 3 of us, I always say, thank God I'm the oldest, and thank God I'm the only girl. So I didn't have to go through, like, my siblings borrowing my clothes. They was boys. So they wasn't borrowing my clothes. They wasn't borrowing my clothes. They did break my shit, though. And it was like, wow, I was the only girl. So I was happy with it. And I was the oldest, so I could boss them around. So I didn't have nobody to boss me around. So I was always thankful for that.
But I just feel like when it comes to family, like family gatherings, it's always like if people talk about the black sheep of the family or like the one family member of the family who has like all the kids, or the one family member of the house who they have all the events at.
The family who always got something to say.
Yeah, and
nobody likes.
There you go. Or the one aunt who loves everybody and is very caring and overextends herself to the entire family tree. Okay, not just her family, but everyone. She's a second mom to everybody. So I'm just like,
that competitive family member who always
girl.
Now that
how you comparing y'all kids' Christmases? Y'all are ghetto. Y'all ghetto. Don't do it this year. This is early me ghetto. Telling you.
It's disrespectful because I felt like I grew up as small as my immediate family is. I felt like I grew up this way.
Oh, really?
I felt like I had certain family members who kind of silently had competitions between kids. Like if this kid did this, you always had to make sure whatever the next thing your kid did was, the one up or was better, or that you needed to have something to brag about or to boast about or whatever. I'm just
in comparison.
Right. And I'm just like, everybody, and I noticed that early on as a child.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like,
when the kids notice it, that's how you know it's bad.
Right, but I'm like, we're all family, so why is it
why does it even matter?
You know what I mean?
Right.
One another, like it shouldn't be everybody, somebody trying to get one up on the other. I'm like, that's real weird to me. So to this day, I'm saying we're October 2022, baby. My wig sliding?
No, I'm getting it was sticking up in the front. I'm sorry. No, you good. Go ahead.
That's a real friend. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So to this day, we're in October 2022. I'm like, I don't deal with, certain members and individuals.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
Yeah.
That's my choice.
Absolutely.
Like, how we say my body, my choice, my energy. My energy, my choice.
Absolutely.
All of that.
Because if I ain't got to be bothered with your ass, I won't. and that's on period. And speaking of which, let me just put this into the air right now. These holidays, being as though, and I think that because, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I don't have children, you know, that I'm just like, the holidays are just like, you know, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Whatever. The holiday spirit has been very absent for a long time for me. It's not that I don't enjoy the holidays, because don't get me wrong, I love everything about it.
Yeah,
it's not that I'm like
party.
a Scrooge or anything like that. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's not the same excitement for me. Like,
right. And it might be because we don't have children.
Yeah.
I think about
because it is about, because the holidays are about the kids. Especially, Christmas.
And even if as adults, as non-parental adults, you know, even if you want to have a good time and invite your friends, if you got friends or a lot of your friends got their own family traditions and they have children, it's just like, it's still always a separation during this time. So it's not going to be the same energy that we give, you know, after Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Or after January. So yeah, it's a little different. Like, I was trying to think, like, what can I do for all of my single non-children friends?
That would be fun.
During the holidays. Yeah. Like, people have, like, the ugly
I have
parties.
the best idea ever, and I will tell you once the camera goes off.
Please do, because I'm ready to do it. You know me. I'm the friend.
It's something that we both wanted to do for, like, the last 18 months. 2 years. I'm going to say 2 years. I got you.
Okay. And I'm like, and I know a lot of things are, you know, like have changed for us, like in our personal lives, and things have like shifted around. But I feel like we can do it.
We deserve.
And you know, we can just go ahead and, you know, make the sacrifice, or just like Nike, just do it. Yeah.
Family, yeah. And honestly, and to get back to the topic, like, I know we drifted so far off, like, I'm trying to be more intentional with... Yeah, they did. I'm trying to be more intentional with just family time in general.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to, you know, whatever like that.
But I consider my friends my family. So when I think about having something, I think about y'all too, you know?
Yeah.
And like inviting your parents and shit. But I'm just like, damn, they might have their own shit. So then I just end up not doing nothing.
It's not even that. Listen, you already know. Our families be with the shits. For the most part, you know, you already know. So, like, at the end of the day, like, I just think that it's very important to make time for your family. Absolutely. And, you know, it's also very important to keep in mind your personal feelings, your energy and all of that. Make sure that the aunt that always got some negative shit to say to you can't get through to you this year. Do your shit and do your big one at dinner. Fuck her and her opinion.
Fuck that
at dinner, okay? And then,
you know, I'm the person that
you flap your handkerchief or your lacking nap on that hoe, and you proceed to dig into your sweet potato pie. Next topic.
That's gonna be like, North Carolina, go on and raise up, take your shirt off, swing your right hands like a helicopter.
Because they be having the gang fucked up at dinner.
Yeah, and I'm a person, I fight family members.
All right, now. Oh, it got too real. But go ahead. They're not surprised. We know that they're not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I'm just laughing in my head because I know you. Y'all don't know as close as I do.
You never fought a family member? You never fought a family member?
Yes, my sisters.
That's all I was about to say. You fucking lied to me.
My sisters.
Cousin. Aunt.
All that.
The only person I was never willing to fight in my family was my mother and grandmother. Because I felt like that would be disrespectful. Okay. But I did tell my mom, like, if she was, like, a crackhead or something like that, or, like, she was, like, disrespectful to us as a kid, like, if she was, like, a bad parent, then she would have got popped.
I'm done with you. Anyway, what we want to next?
All right, next. All right, so we're going to have some fun.
This is going to be a wake up moment.
We're going to have some fun with this one. So,
yes,
we came across a thread about movie plot threads. So, these were apparently real life stories that were shared, but they sound like they could be like little like real life movie plots. So you want to go back and forth? You want me to do the first one and I do the second and you third? And all? You want to ping pong, or do you want me to just read all of them?
You be a ping pong. That way they don't get bored.
Okay. Yeah, because, you know, I feel like my voice is like the guy from the Dry Eyes commercial.
I hate you.
I don't feel like that.
Not monotone
like
dry eyes.
Talk as much. All right, so first time ever I was out past 8 p.m. Ran into my friend's grandfather on my way home. He warned me about being out late, saying people are being killed out there. Woke up the next morning to the news that he had been arrested for murder. And that was a response from somebody asking, tell us a true story from your life that sounds like it was made up.
This, for me, sounds entirely too close to the situation that happened over the summer with the older guy and the kids from Philly and that whole ordeal. It makes you really think.
I see what you mean.
Oh, it makes you really think. And I had to bring that up, and I'm glad that I remembered that because that really was my initial thought. Like, damn, yo, that would have been crazy if.
Yeah.
But you want to know something? I think that, honestly, I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation and I was there. Like, who knows how old these kids are? Who knows?
I'm not a person who believes in like tales and shit like that. So like I'd have been like, all right, well if it's true, like I'd be like, all right, but if it's true, then I'm gonna just defend myself. And if I die, it's my time.
Understandable, but like they're saying that they wholeheartedly woke up the next day to him being arrested for murder, and
that's why he told him because he was the fucking murderer. He was trying to say, hey, he was trying to throw that shit on somebody else.
That would have creeped me out as a kid, and I think that honestly, if I was out here doing
crazy
crazy shit, that would have scared me straight. That's all I'm saying, in a nutshell.
Okay.
But anyway, all right, so what's the next one? Okay, so Grandpa said he would come back to life only after his mom was late. He died years back, 4 p.m. January 15th, of a bike accident that left a scar on his left side of his head. My kid bro was born years late at 4 p.m. January 15th and with the same exact scar in the same exact spot.
It's giving Harry Potter.
Yes. Because he was marked by he who must not be named.
Oh,
that is so weird. Like,
yeah, I do feel like feel like some people might have like tweeted movie plots
and just disguise it as some other shit.
Yeah.
Let me find out. Y'all better get off of J.K. Rowling dick out there. Don't do that.
We gotta decipher which one of these possibly would have been real and which one of these possibly are movie.
Yeah, because don't do that.
So we gotta pay close attention.
Don't do that.
So we got the man robbed me at gunpoint, said he was doing me a favor by just taking my phone and giving me the SIM cards back because he felt I looked like someone that had a bright future. And that he hopes to meet me in the future and remind me of his favor to me so I can help him in life. That sounds like a movie. There was like too many words in it.
I think it's just the way that it was worded. And to be honest, like,
bright future and hopes to meet me in
and the police would have been right at your door with them phones.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police.
Fuck you.
I remember I fucking...
It's like, no, I'm not calling the police over no phones, but on all actuality, like, honestly, I'd have been irritated. Like, what do you, like, fuck you. Don't say nothing to me.
That's giving shrooms. It's giving hallucinogens.
You robbed me at gunpoint and you probably was on shrooms. And yeah, that too.
You look like a person with a bright future.
No, leave me alone.
And I'm hoping that when you see me in the future, you give me a chance because you remember this favor. I let you live. Bitch, no.
My husband and I lived in the same Manhattan apartment building as babies, 2 floors apart, but our parents never met and weren't friends. My husband and I finally met 23 years later at a New Year's Eve party. The only thing that is freakishly similar to this that I can ever relate to in this story is the fact that I dated a person that was born the same exact day as me. At the same exact time, 2 different hospitals, 2 different counties. Yep. Still in the same state. I was born at Temple, and this other person was born at another county hospital. I'm like, damn! I don't think nobody else has that situation. Like, this motherfucker really was born on the same day as me at the same exact time. I don't think anyone ever has met that. That is so strange. And we went to the same college, and we dated. Like, no. No.
I'm like, Annie, you fucked the nigga that was born the same time as you.
Yo, that shit was really weird. And, like, we both showed each other proof. It was very weird because it was very
right. That's
true.
why I had to ask you, Annie, you fucked the nigga that came in this world at the same time as you.
Listen.
How weird. I swear they was going to get married and everything.
It's so funny because we even found that out way before that even any of that stuff even went down. Like, we were just cool when we found that out. Like, that was funny as shit. Like, we were having I was like, what? Huh? Such and such time?
I just realized you said y'all dated. I know that was your boyfriend.
Huh?
That was you said y'all dated. That was your boyfriend.
I said that. You didn't catch
said y'all
that?
dated. Dating and boyfriend is two different things.
Whatever you want to call it. Okay.
No, that was your boyfriend.
No, it really was. I thought that they would understand that.
No, but no, they wouldn't because dated and boyfriend.
Okay, that was my ex-boyfriend. You're right. But I guess I'm just trying
to be.
A bunch
of niggas I dated. They wasn't my boyfriend.
Okay. I guess I'm just trying to be extra careful because the person is married now, so I don't want to be.
You ain't fucking say his name.
I didn't. Okay.
The fuck they don't know that? How the fuck they know? How the fuck they know what? Even if you tell the audience your birthday, how the fuck they know what time you was born?
They don't.
That's what I'm saying. How the fuck they gonna figure it out?
Anyhow.
I'm just saying.
I hate you, yo.
I'm not gonna read that next one because it's too small and there's too many people, so I'm gonna skip that one, okay?
No!
Bitch, I can't. My eyes are. Well, you read it, bitch. I'm not reading it.
I'll read it. My boyfriend died and I met a guy who resembled him so much. While talking, I also learned how much his life was just like his. Survived a near-death experience and had the same scars. A week later, he asked us to come chill at his place. He bought the same house my guy used to stay in. As we were driving there, I kept saying to myself that we can't be going where I think we are going. I walked in and everything was almost the same. I cut him off the same day. Whenever I run into him or we happen to be in the same spot, he always leaves. Haven't seen him in years. Those that are asking, luckily I had a friend with me and she also thought it can't be real. When we got to his house, I was very anxious. Mixed emotions. The drinks were not going in. And the drinks were not going in. I guess I don't know what she means. They weren't flowing. So she was very uncomfortable. She wanted to cry, but she also just couldn't. She everything was overwhelming. She said so. From that day she met him. She thought about the similar scars and a similar life story. When she got to his house, she asked if the neighbors have said anything, and he said I don't know.
That's a lot.
She basically was saying her boyfriend died and he had scars and all this shit like that. She met another guy who had the same scars and had and lived in the same place that he did. And they looked just alike and the neighbors were freaked out about it also.
Let's give it Alien. Just
Really?
saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I felt like it's an alien that came over and took over his old body, whatever.
Bodysnatchers.
Yeah, Bodysnatchers. It's giving Alien Bodysnatcher.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Next.
Not to you, no?
Next.
No?
They won't get me.
Whatever.
They won't get me.
So, we're just going to go ahead and wrap that. It was a few other ones, but again, I think the last one actually, based on looking at it, I think it was a movie plot, actually, just to kind of wrap it up to make the end of the thread funny. So, yeah, we're going to slip and slide and get our Trick Daddy on to the Boss of the Week.
Slip and slide, take it out.
Which we did not choose, so I'm just going to have to choose one randomly because we did not pick one on the list for today.
Oh, that's
Just
fine.
saying. So I'm just going to scroll. Boop. Who did I land on? The Mangum Foundation. This is exactly who I landed on. I literally just closed my eyes and just scrolled back and forth. The Mangum Foundation is a purpose to support those who have disabilities, and we are in National Disability Month.
Mm-hmm. Mental
health issues, raise awareness, and be positive role models for the youth. The core office is on 19th and Market here in Philadelphia. And I'm actually glad that I randomly chose this one because the CEO of this foundation is a person who I actually know personally. And I do know bits and pieces of his story. You do as well. So when I tell you who it is, you'll know exactly what I'm referring to. So when I tell you about the story, you'll know who I'm referring to. So yeah, shout out to the Mangum Foundation. That is MANGUM Foundation. That is all one word on Instagram. So if you are an individual who is looking to advocate and raise awareness for individuals with mental health with mental health issues and or individuals with intellectual disabilities or physical disabilities, please reach out to the Mangum Foundation. They are always looking to raise awareness. They do fundraisers and multiple events for individuals who fall under that umbrella. So shout out to you, Mangum Foundation, and you are our boss of the week for this week. Yay!
Amen. That's all I have for this week.
I fucking hate you.
Sun-kissed Chuck.
And I'm Chrissy, bitch, and this was a long one. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and get out of here. And together we are. To each his own. Where was your ad-lib? Where was your harmony?
Together, I just checked an important email and I got the response I needed, so I had to take a deep breath and like, woo, hey, amen. Woo, something that I needed. Something that I needed.
Bye.
Amen.
Together we are. To each his own. We're going to check these emails and sign out.